Okay. First of all, I wish a good morning to all of you. I would like to thank very much indeed to Professor Eli Noam, his wife Nadine Stroessner, Jason, and all the colleagues from CITI for organizing this exceptional event. To speak about CITI and Eli Noam is a very complex issue because it's a multidisciplinary, interdisciplinary, and it's global. And therefore, it's very significant and important. I've known Eli Noam for about 13 years, which is not much because I understand that many of you have known Eli for more than 30 years. He, Steve Wadman, Richard Gershon, Alan Albaran were the four people that I've cited the first time in my PhD in 2006. Just after a year after I did my PhD, I had a chance and opportunity to meet all of them, and also Robert Picard, by the way. So for 13 years, it was really great time to have such a direct communication with CITI and Eli Noam. Professor Noam influence is global. That's what we all knew. I tried to actually digest this presentation in 10 minutes, but I needed 54 slides, which I won't show to you all of them. So I have to be very fast. So I have to go through the slides. This is the contents. And I just want to speak about two important issues. Number one, the CITI influence, and number two, the influence of Professor Eli Noam. In terms of a digital generation, a co-evolution model for this conference, CITI focuses on three important aspects in the US that no other actually institute focuses this much. Number one, you can see it's a market business management economics, so which we have spoken in the first part of this lecture. Number two, technology. Number three, policy regulation. So it's a very interdisciplinary and multidisciplinary approach. What is really important is the CITI started working and functioning as an independent entity very much within a CBS, Columbia Business School, during the last 4 years. That's a very crucial segment because it covers four different waves of technology that you all know about and you wrote in many of your research papers and books. First wave from 1980 to 1990, this was regulation. We've already spoken about that. It's about competition, of course, global competition in particular. Second wave is about convergence. We spoke about that as well. Number three is platform ecosystem. It's a number four now, the most important, significant, most impactful, and most individually referential aspect. It's artificial intelligence. Ellie's books was just published a few days ago. I was very happy to see this book, and of course, I already cited book in my new book that's going to be printed this year by Springer and Palgrave Macmillan. So these four waves of inquiry are very relevant. Just a moment. I'm just trying to move this. Okay. And what happens also in terms of CITI? Why CITI is very specific as an institute, internationally speaking? Because Eli has not only asked right questions and provided excellent answer. Eli Noam has established a dialogue among different civilization, different culture, different people, different cultures. This is very unique situation. And even the very fact that we all come from so many different countries here today. I come from Canada. Some of you also come from Canada, some from Europe, many from Germany, Alaska, different parts of US testifies to this. This is the list of people and really reputable experts that CITI has invited during the last 43 years. The list itself speaks for itself, actually. So many professors, so many experts, Nadine Stroessner, Don Tapscott, Sherry Turkle, Julia Caget, Vin Cerf, Jaron Lanier, William Dutton, Tom Hazlitt, Thomas Hess, Robert McChesney, so on and so forth. We do not have a time, of course, to cover every single and individual name, which is a pity itself. So I will have to move from this point. Now, what CITI has produced, I have counted every single work of Eli Noam. I'm not sure if I'm right because he has written so many books. I'm sure you will understand that. Professor Noam has written 38 books so far, but the number, it depends on the website. Sometimes it ranges from 35 to 40, so depending on that. I'm not trying to tell you this is completely true, but I'm fully confident it's a very, very much true, or I'm somewhere around. He also has written 392 journal articles, and particularly when it comes to his journal articles, he has made so many excellent and outstanding predictions. Internationally speaking, I'm just going to speak about a few of his predictions. 1982, telecom versus cable competition in video and voice. He envisioned that 40 years ago. 1996, video over internet. 1998, unlicensed spectrum. 1999, why the internet will be bad for democracy. 2015, digital media will be more concentrated than analog ones. 1994, doom of common carriage. 2003, instability of the digital economy. 2025, now, Artificial Intelligence-Based Video 2040, the book that we just saw this morning. So what happens here is that also there are some important aspects to take into consideration. There are different layers here of different types of convergence and competition that CITI has worked on. Also, it covered the aspect of digital economy. It has covered the issue of net neutrality and the fact that actually the importance of business and specifics of business or media and telecommunication. It's a very cyclical. It changes very, very quickly and profoundly, and it has actually two-sided markets and platform ecosystem that many other industries, as you know, do not have it. So it's a very, very specific. So now there's a scarcity of telecommunication issues, security and resilience are public goods. That's very important because this is also a public business. And the impact of media on social at the social scale is very high and profound. Institutions matter as much as technologies. That's what Noam has been writing for a long period of time. He has covered the issue from a domestic U.S. perspective, but equally important, he covered the global issue through his books published by Oxford University Press in 2014. He made a lot of predictions. There are at least three different scenarios we can conclude from his writing and the CITI writing. Scenario A, open interoperability, competition via standard, portability, governance via transparency. Scenario B, fragment and severe splintering of technical and legal regimes, which we have right now because every single country has different regimes or different continents and regions, compliance by geography, which is the case. Scenario C, regulated utilities, key layers treated like essential facilities, such as connectivity issues. So all these scenarios are developing right now. So here we have some aspects of synthetic media, post-linear media, artificial intelligence, and networks that are being artificial intelligence optimized. The issue of supply chain, and many of you have spoken also about supply and demand. What is really important in this economy is not supply like it used to be 40 years ago. More products you make, better for you. No, the number of products makes not much difference today because we live in a completely different world. What is really important is the economy of demand. Artificial intelligence has a very, very specific case here because it can use artificial intelligence agents who can actually create demands in advance. They can lower demands if it's possible, or they can increase demands if it's possible. And this is all, of course, algorithmic systems. There are a lot of different predictions here. Competition in terms of platform governments, digital governments, and the impact of LEs actually and the city-style agenda for the next decades is just here. There are 10 strategic theses. I will just go very efficiently through all of them. Design governments by different infrastructure layers, protocols, treat bottlenecks explicitly through access and applications, measure concentration continuously through ecosystem, not just firms, make interoperability enforceable through portability, switching standardized APIs where justified, upgrade universal service to universal capability, affording skills and institutional access, embed resilience through redundancy, incident response, require provenance for high-impact media, treat artificial intelligence governments as infrastructure governments, align incentives with sustainability, invest in institutional competence. So these are all important aspects to take into consideration. And I just want to say a few words about Professor Noam. He has done his ABM, AM, PhD economics from Harvard. He has honorary doctorates from University of Munich and University of Marseille. He published 38 books, as I noted, for around 400 articles. He received major grants by NSF, Open Society Institute, Gates Foundation, Swan Foundation, and others. He was regular columnist in Financial Times Online. Visiting academic appointments included universities such as Princeton, St. Gallen, Freiburg, Penn, and Stanford. And he was also instrumental in establishing the university-wide doctoral program at Columbia Journalism School. He was the co-president of Columbia Academic Freedom Council. And his book, as all of you have known very well, have been published by top-tier outlets, indexed in Web of Science and SAI, including MIT Press, Journal of Law and Economics, Palgrave Macmillan Telecommunication Policy, Communication of the ISM, and many, many others. So these are all important aspects about Professor Noam. I have already spoken about a number of these issues and his impact on the government and policy. Many of you have pointed out about these issues, and I'm just going very briefly through this. He was very instrumental in establishing actually measurement of in terms of competitive markets globally. He has worked through this actually segments and provided important answers in how to measure actually specifically different markets in the media industry. As my time is limited only to 10 minutes, I would like, so this is my conclusion. I'm really happy that CITI has made tremendous impact, and I truly hope the CITI impact will be very, very definitely felt internationally and within the US. I thank you for your time and consideration. I hope you will take into consideration that I had only 10 minutes to do this presentation. So if I miss some points, I really apologize. Thank you very much once again. Thank you.